Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Ashley. I am so happy that you are here today. So, for today, I wanted to review some of the items from what's in my makeup bag this week. So, I've got my little bag here. I've got all the makeup that I used. And really, this week, it's been a couple weeks, but I want to review those items. And I'm really excited because I did finish with 2 products. So my e.l.f. Prime and Stay powder is completely used up and gone. I absolutely love this powder. It is so beautiful and I highly recommend. It's very inexpensive. It is e.l.f. But I am so excited that I'm done. I love it. Next is my Ulta Beauty Matte Eye Primer, and I am obsessed with this. I love this primer so much. I think I still have a mini of this primer that I will use, but once that's gone, I will buy it again. And I feel like not enough people talk about this primer. It is a really good product and it works very well, so I recommend that as well. So today, I am going to start with primer. And this week, I used 2 different primers. And honestly, I liked both of them, but I loved the Hard Candy Smoothing Primer, and I felt like it worked better than the Benefit. And I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to use half on one side, half on the other, and you can see what I'm talking about. But if I had to pick one of the 2, I would pick the Hard Candy. I am going to keep both of them and use them, but let's clip this hair back and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So I'm going to do this on the right side of my face. And you can see it's nice and soft. Dip in there. And I'm going to get this applied just to the areas where I have larger pores. Speed through that. Now, for that, like I said, I use it in areas where I have larger pores. Guys, we all have pores. They're natural. They're part of our face. But if I can find a product that reduces them, boy howdy, I'm going to use it. So hopefully you can see the difference there with how it really has kind of blended out those pores, and it has done so really beautifully. And I think it looks really nice. Now, for the other side, I'm going in with this Benefit Professional. Sorry that you can hear the sounds of my dogs getting a drink back here. The one thing that I honestly prefer about the Hard Candy Primer is it feels more moisturizing. The Benefit feels like it's more silicone. It has that kind of silicone slip to it. And that is honestly not my favorite. This feels, the Hard Candy feels plump and juicy and nice and moisturized. And I just don't like the slick feeling of the Benefit. Now, it's not the worst thing ever. Here's kind of a comparison to both sides. And you can see a difference when you're real close up. My freckles do hide a lot, which is nice, but I just love the blurring effect that that Hard Candy primer has. So I will be repurchasing that once it's out, and I'm going to keep this and use it till it's gone, but I probably will not buy the Benefit Professional again. Now for foundation, I have got my Bare Minerals and my NYX Born to Glow. And then I also included my Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator. Now, I do not know truly how they've achieved this perfection, okay? This tinted hydrator is perfection for me. Wet n Wild, I don't know how they have done this with their foundation products, but they are my favorite dewy foundation. And this hydrator is absolutely mind-blowing. I don't get it. What have they done? It's wonderful. Bare Minerals is great. Now this NYX, for me, is no. I have to work so hard to get this foundation to look good. I cannot use a single powder product with it or it looks cakey and nasty and dry. So I can only use cream products with it. So I'm going to show you, hopefully you'll be able to see the difference, but I'm going to use the Bare Minerals on one side and NYX on the other. And I am going to go in with Bare Minerals over here. Oop, there's my hubby. And then blending this out real fast so we can speed through this part. And you can see that this is a very light to medium coverage product. It is buildable, so I am going to add some more on here to try and cover this redness. And it's just very natural looking. It's very beautiful. Now it has mostly covered the red, so I do like that. But it's just a very beautiful product. I'm just gonna go in here and kind of stamp it out a little bit more. And remember I told you about this sponge on my last video last week. Guys, I'm not kidding, this is amazing, this sponge. It's one of my favorite sponges that I've ever used. It's the EcoTools, and it's their 100% biodegradable sponge, and I am obsessed with it. It's incredible. So now I'm going to hit the other side of my face with the NYX Born to Glow. Just go in here and get it all nice and blended. We'll zip through this part as well. And then I'm going to go in there again with this sponge and just kind of stamp it out. And you can see obviously that this is a more full coverage foundation. It has offered a great deal more in that first application. Right now, it looks awesome. But when I use my powder bronzer and a powder blush on top of it, it looks really awful. So right now it's beautiful, but give it a second. Okay, for concealer, oh, I think I mentioned, yeah, I like these two, and I'm not a big fan of the NYX. Now, I might use it till it's gone, but it's just not my favorite, and I wouldn't purchase it again, I don't think. So you've got to remember, though, you guys, that my skin is dry, and I do have an oily T-zone, but my outer areas of my face, the perimeter, is very it's very dry. And so sometimes there are products that just don't match my skin that you might love. So I always recommend that you try for yourself and see what you think. But if you have skin like me, avoid it. Now this one, on the other hand, I love it. Okay, now on to concealer. So this is my Rare Beauty. And then my NYX Born to Glow concealer. And with the Born to Glow, it is definitely more full coverage. And I do actually like the concealer. Rare Beauty is one of my favorites of all time. It is just incredible. And I don't know if you guys have watched a YouTuber. His name is Robert Welsh. He is one of my absolute favorites. And I learned this concealer trick from him about only applying it in the two corners and then blending it out. I love him. My only complaint too about this NYX is I really don't love the sponge applicator on it. I would rather have it different because it feels gross. Like, how do you clean it? But the product itself is really nice. So I'm going to go in here and blend this out. And I do like to use my finger to warm up concealers and also a brush. So hopefully you can see the difference. The eye that has the NYX definitely has more coverage. You can see a little bit of color coming through with the Rare Beauty, but for me, it looks more hydrated. It looks just really healthy and beautiful. I do like both of these products, and I will be keeping both of them. Okay, blush. Nope, let's hit bronzer. This is my Tarte Breezy Cream Bronzer, and I love it. I love it. I love it, you guys. It's so good. And of course, Old Faithful. I just honestly, like, this is a ride or die product for me. I love it so much. But when I use it on the NYX, the side that has the NYX, it's not going to look great. But anyway, so the Tarte will go on the right and the Physicians Formula on the left. And I'm just going to zip through this and get that applied to the outer edges and the jawline. And of course, the side of my nose. Got to do that. And you can see there, it just blends in really beautifully. It's honestly chef's kiss perfection. It really is. And then for Physicians Formula, love it. Oh my word, my dogs are being so loud. I'm sorry. I love the smell. If you guys have never tried Physicians Formula, it smells like coconut and just like reminds me of like an island vacation and brings back memories and makes me hopeful that we will be able to, really travel again soon. So, okay, so far it looks lovely. I'm obviously keeping both of these. I love them. Okay, let's get in here with some highlight. I've got my Hourglass highlighting stick and my ColourPop. This is that Super Shock highlighter. And I always like to use my finger with a cream highlighter. Just get it there on the high points. And then on the other side, I'll hit it with that ColourPop. There we go. I really, really like both of these highlighting products, and I will keep both of them. Okay, now with powder, I obviously cannot use this powder because it is gone, and you already know how I feel about the love I have for that one. This one is one that I also love, my Ciate London Coconut Powder. It is so finely milled. I will show you here that you just kind of blend that out, and it just disappears. It's just gorgeous. So I'm going to dip in with this brush and just get it all over my face. Oh my gosh, no! I didn't do my blush yet. So I will do my cream blush on the side that I have not put powder on yet. Oh my goodness. Okay, so for blush, I've got my ColourPop in Palatial and then my cream in 25-8. And you guys, I really, really like the ColourPop blush sticks. I think they work really beautifully. And I'm going to show you right now. I always go in with my finger. And then I go over with a brush, and it's just very natural blush look. And I really love that. And then going in with the powder blush in Palatial. Just getting that all over with a nice brush. And honestly, it's very close to the same color. It just has a different consistency, obviously the cream versus the powder. So now I'm going to go ahead and powder this other side of my face real quick. And then the last few things for brows, I used the Got2b gel or the Revolution Soap Styler. And this soap styler is a good product. I think it's supposed to be a dupe for, oh gosh, which one? Patrick Ta. I mean, the outside looks just like those products. So I do like that a lot. It does have a very strong soap smell, but it goes away after a little bit. Now, I'm always reaching for the Got2b glued though, you guys. It just keeps the lashes so firmly in place. I'm always reaching. So I will continue to use the soap styler, but I'm going to use the gel today. And then for brow pencils, this is from Real Her. And I don't know the color. I think it's I Am Strong. I think that's the color. This one is too warm for me. It has too much of a red tone in it. So I will do a little comparison so you can see that one on my hand. And then it looks good on my hand, but trust me, when it goes in my brows, it's too warm. And this is a perfect shade. It's the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. And you can see the comparison there. So hopefully it showed on camera, but I honestly love this one. And I am just going to go in and sculpt these brows with the brow pencil, and then I will set them with the gel. Okay, those are done, and we'll go in with the gel. I just apply that with a spoolie and brush the hairs up. And there you have it. I just love it. It's so good. Okay, this is good. This is a yes. This is going to go to my friend Lindsay, because she has a better brow color that will match this, hopefully. And now for the lips. You guys, all of the products that I chose for lips last week, they are many, and I loved them all. Can I even pick them up and show you? I love them all. Here they are. And for eyes, you guys, I'm not going to be doing my eyes for this video because just after I film this, I am going to be filming a eyeshadow specific video. And so let's just talk about the palettes. This is the one from Zoeva. It is a more neutral, but it is so very beautiful. I was able to get a lot of beautiful looks from this. And the Violet Voss has these gorgeous pops of color. They are so awesome. And I really, really love the formula. And I will be keeping both of these palettes. And with eyeliners, I used these 3. And they are lovely. The colors are lovely. For mascaras, these are both really awesome. Now this one from Maybelline, I think it's like 10 bucks. And then of course you have the higher end from NARS. They are very different styles. The NARS Climax Extreme is for a more dramatic look, and the Maybelline focuses more on lengthening. I believe it's a tubing mascara. You can see from the difference in the wand, but I do like them both. Okay, now here comes some pictures of the items that I am going to be using for the next couple of weeks. Here they go. These are the primers. Here's my foundations. Concealer. Bronzer. Blushes. Highlighter. My powder. My eye primer. Eyeshadow palettes. My brows and eyeliners, mascara, setting spray. All right, that's everything for this video today. You guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see you next time. Oh, don't forget, if you guys like this video, go ahead and like it, subscribe, and ring that bell, and I'll see you next time. Love you, mean it. Bye.